See what this baby's got inside it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Brett from Hapticast Intro here.
Bark, bark, you.
Who suck you off, Bill?
Oh, Josh, I hear screaming.
Oh yeah!
It's gone. The controller's gone.
Look at that. You look fucking fantastic.
Welcome to Haptic HQ.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Hapticast, episode number 99. My name is Josh Toll, and I'm joined by my good friend Brett Roberts, as always. Brett,
What up?
hello. Oh, that's what you're referring to. Christian, or Stay Before Quitting, was responding to our. All right, let me give everybody the lowdown real quick. Okay, my brain was just operating at 30,000 miles a second as we tried a new setup today. So bear with us, as we might not sound. I don't even know how we sound. I don't know how we look. That's all I have to tell you. Do I smell toast? I wish I did. So that's it. We did it live. We those that watched last week knows that we had some issues with the service that we normally. Well, now I hate everything. I do. I really do. I don't even want to talk anymore. Brett, you speak.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hapticast, episode 99. This is the podcast where we talk about video games and other things that tickle our dills. We have a big show today.
Yeah. So if anybody's in the chat right now, if you could let us know if we sound like absolute shite. We did a quick check beforehand, but I have no idea what's going on. So I don't want to be
worried about it.
I
I
don't
ain't
wanna be
worried
around
about
it
it.
anymore.
Listen, I ain't worried about it. They're going to get what they get, and they won't get upset, okay?
Wow. All right. You sound
trying
good on
a
my
new-
end. Great.
Oh, cool. This is a new setup, so we'll see how it goes.
All right. Episode 99. First of all, for episode 100, we mentioned last week there's a number above our heads. For those that are not watching and you're listening, here's the number 904 True Cult. That's 904 TRUCLUT or 904-878-2858. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to call that number and you're going to leave a message for our 100th episode, which might be next week. It might not be. I don't know. We haven't spoken about it yet. And the reason being is that my schedule is about to become a can of sardines, aka packed. So
That's right. But if you want to join the cult, give us a call, leave a voicemail, and we'll play them on our 100th episode. So
yeah, and we're trying to plan something special for a 100th episode. I actually have a gift for Brett that I might want him to open on the 100th episode. It's his birthday present, but it might be better if it was opened on the episode.
wow,
So
I like that.
yeah,
Okay, well, make sure
So-
you do that. Make sure you call and tune in.
yeah. All right, today here's what we're talking about. We have our media consumption update, and we're going to be talking about The Last of Us again. I would assume in there. So
Yeah.
Some big video game releases, including today, Dead Space remake. Well, tomorrow, Dead Space remake. Midnight tonight. Abysmal Chronicles. We're going to talk about the Xbox Developer Direct. I think it's funny that it's in the Abysmal Chronicles. We'll talk about that. Talking about Fire Emblem Engage being done maybe as far back as even 2021, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Slick Stories Dead Space remake launched today, as we just said, and it has a lot of it has a lot of positive reviews. I'm slowing down my brain right now. It has
Okay.
a lot of positive reviews, and then we're also talking about a Nintendo patent that was filed, seemingly for use in Tears of the Kingdom, and I think it's interesting for one particular reason. So we'll talk about that. And then our main topic, of course, obviously, is talking about Elden Ring DLC. I found this on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit. It was actually from a post from Lance McDonald, infamous leaker, from December, but somebody just posted it on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit the other day. So we're going to be talking about that and speculating about some Elden Ring DLC. Yes. Speaking of, Hi-Fi Rush in the chat, as Save Before Quitting says, let's hop into our media consumption update.
Yes.
I played Hi-Fi Rush.
So this is the game. So I didn't watch the Xbox Developer Conference thing that they
Yeah.
did yesterday. So this is the game done by
Tango
Interactive
GameWorks.
GameWorks,
Yeah,
and it is good.
it is a rhythm action game, and it's awesome.
I've seen people say Jet Set Radio vibes.
Yeah, Jet Set Radio meets Metal Hellsinger meets
Hmm.
um uh Devil May Cry.
And Sunset Overdrive. I'm hearing a
No,
lot.
it has nothing to do with Sunset Overdrive.
It looked like Sunset.
No, it looks better than Sunset Overdrive.
Okay, I'm repeating what you said. So
Right. Well, listen, yesterday I was very down on it when they showed it because the whole point of it is music, and they just spoke over the music the entire time, and you couldn't hear the music at all. And you know, they shouldn't have showed the game off that way. But I was wrong. The game is awesome, and I recommend it. And it's on Game Pass. And it was a shadow drop.
yeah, I think that was a big benefit to that game in that they just dropped it, and not a lot of people. There was no hype built around it. It kind of just came out, and people tried it, and it turns out it was actually good.
Yeah. So the animation is awesome. It's beautiful. It plays really well. I recommend it, and it's on Game Pass. So no excuse.
Yeah.
Since I started with that, I'll finish all my shit first.
Go ahead.
Games. I'm playing Persona 3 Portable, the remake, the remaster, re-release, port, whatever you want to call it. I like that game more than I did in the past. I'm a big Persona 3, Persona 4, or Persona 4, Persona 5 guy.
It's been what, like 6 years since you played it the first time?
I played it. I tried to play it right after I beat Persona 4 Golden on my Vita. And what I didn't like about it back then was the Tartarus system, right? Where it's basically one dungeon. You go from floor to floor. Each floor is procedurally generated, but it's all samey. I get why they might have done it back in the day, but I didn't love it. Playing it again, it doesn't bother me as much. I still don't love that system. And people are complaining about the backgrounds for this game. There's a lot of like AI upscaling that's like kind of lazy and whatever. And while I've noticed some of that, it doesn't bother me that much because it's a visual novel and like the actual character, like models, sprites, whatever you want to call them, I think look good. When you're in the visual novel part of it. Brett is frozen. Oh, there he is.
I was just listening to you. Sorry.
Okay. So I don't know. I'm enjoying it. It's fine. However, I put it on the back burner for this next game. And all these games I'm putting on the back burner for a game that's coming out tomorrow, which is Dead Space Remake.
Right.
But I also started playing Disco Elysium. Have you heard of this game?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's fucking incredible.
What is the gameplay style?
It is it's a RPG. It's a narrative RPG.
Yeah, but like how does it play?
Detective RPG. So you have, it's like a semi-ish open world, quote unquote, and you can move from area to area to room.
FPS
and like
or third person?
No, like top down isometric almost.
Okay, that's what I was. Okay.
Yeah. There's things that you can interact with, but it's all done through this dialogue system. That is the most comprehensive dialogue system I've ever seen in my entire life.
Really?
Like basically what you do is you wake up, you don't know what happened, you're trying to recover your memory, and there is it's an RPG. It's like a hardcore RPG. It almost reminds me of like a pen and paper RPG back in the day.
Yeah.
And there's so many different skills and abilities and stuff like that. And basically a lot of the game is you just not only talking to other characters and doing skill checks, right? Which makes sense. But a lot of it is you talking to yourself too. And like trying to almost like lie to yourself at points. It's very complex and it's super interesting. And you could like, there's an ability I have called encyclopedia, right? So somebody will say something and I'll have the option to like continue the conversation, or my brain will take over and be like, oh, this means blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. Or my brain will take over and be like, yeah, you don't know what the fuck this means, yo. But like, here's a thought. And then you can follow that thought. It's complicated to explain, but.
So is it like old school PC RPGs? Like
Yes.
Fallout before Fallout 3 type of game?
Yes, but modernized.
Right. That's cool.
And it's awesome. It's really, really cool.
So there's a lot of drama that happened behind the scenes with the developers of this game and the publisher of this game. Yeah. The original founders actually left the studio.
Huh.
there was some drama with them. I don't know if they were the ones at fault or what. But did you know that there's actually like another game in that universe called Return to Obra Dinn?
Oh, I've heard of that game. I didn't know it was in the same universe.
Yeah, it might be a sequel, a prequel. It's by the same studio. It's a different style of game, I believe. But yeah, it has a really cool art style, and I believe it is in the same universe as Disco Elysium.
Huh.
So,
well, I'm
Very
really
cool.
liking it. It's very intriguing. I played it yesterday when I got home, and I just kind of got lost in it for like a couple of hours. And then at the end of my PlayStation, I was like, "Holy shit! I've been playing for that long." And I haven't even left the first little area.
Is that on any of our subscription services like Game Pass, or have we gotten that for free somewhere or anything, or no?
I bought it on Steam for like $5. I think it's on sale right now, or it was just on sale. It might be on Game Pass. I have no idea. I don't know, but that's a Steam Deck game to me.
Are you playing? You're playing Persona 3 on your Steam Deck?
Correct.
Okay, because that is also on Game Pass.
Correct.
Just double checking.
But that's a handheld experience to me.
It's literally called Persona 3 Portable. So
well, yeah, but I mean the Persona games in general, 3, 4, and 5. So we actually have all of them on PC now / Steam Deck, 3, 4, and 5 between our libraries. So anyway, moving on. Movies. I watched RRR again. I don't have anything else to say about that I haven't said before. That movie's awesome. I watched it again. That's all you need to know. TV and anime. I started and finished rewatching Chernobyl.
Nice.
Which is Craig Mazin, who's the same guy or half of the team behind the Last of Us TV show. Chernobyl is awesome. It, like I said in our chat, off the air, it feels like historical horror, and you feel disgusting watching that show, both from like a like people are abysmal standpoint, but also from like a literally like people are like bathing in like radioactive water standpoint.
Right.
And the show is very claustrophobic and uncomfortable and very good.
I love that.
We both finished Paul T. Goldman. Paul T. Goldman.
Yes.
That show is awesome.
That show is awesome.
I don't know what else to say about it other than it's one of the best experiences in television I've ever had in my entire life.
I can't believe it hasn't been getting higher reviews.
It's creeping up.
Is it?
It is.
Good.
Yeah.
The right people are finally watching.
Yeah,
it didn't have its audience.
I feel like the right people are finally discovering it.
Mm-hmm.
So that show is awesome. Highly recommend it. You should watch that. And then Chainsaw Man, continuing to watch that. I'm watching an episode at a time slowly because it's, in my opinion, it's very hard to watch. It's not bad, but it's hard to watch because of everything that's going on. If that makes any sort of sense.
What do you mean everything?
There's lots of people. World? Just lots of people dying. So. There's that, and then the last but not least, The Last of Us TV show, episode 2. We watched it. I loved it. I might have loved it even more than the first episode. And I think I'm so sold on the tendril bit now. Yeah. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
And they do something in this episode that seems to have been divisive for some people. I think obviously the consensus is people liked it, but towards the end of the episode, let's just say there's a makeout session that involves some tendrils. I thought it was so fucking awesome and such a ballsy choice to put in TV because it's very weird, but it's so good, dude. It's so good. So
I would agree.
What do you think about that?
I love it. I think that it does make sense to like the second episode of the show more than the first, simply because we were kind of, we were a little wary about if the show was going to be good or not for the first episode. Now that we know that the show is good based on that first episode, we went into the second episode expecting a lot, and they delivered. And I think that's the most important part. They stayed true to the games in terms of narrative again.
Right.
And they even changed some things again. That one of the things I mentioned in last week's episode was something I liked about The Last of Us episode 1 was they changed things just a little bit so that fans of the previous property, the game, still had surprises and things that they could enjoy. And that happens in this. And you and I were texting each other actually watching episode 2.
Right.
Like, did that happen that way in the game? And then we were like, oh, okay, this
and then it makes happens.
More sense.
Yeah. Like we were trying to logic out the events and then they literally happened.
Right. And then they completely turned it on its head and had something else
Right.
happen instead of the game. So
Right. There's before we
it's
move
great.
off of it, there's two things that I want to mention, and they're mild spoilers. So if you're listening, skip ahead like literally 2 minutes if you don't want to hear it. There's two things. One, the beginning, the cold open, where we go back in time to Indonesia, and there's this what is she, a mycologist, right? Is what she was called. So she
Yep.
studies
Fungus.
fungi. They do this whole thing. She analyzes it, and then they're like, "How do we cure this?" And she's like, "There is no cure." So they're like, "What do we do?" And the word that she utters is bomb. Bomb everybody. Kill everybody in this entire city. Something to that effect.
Yeah.
But her just saying the word bomb was so unsettling, dude. There was like something deep inside me was like that. It like made my stomach churn.
Well,
Like
because it's abysmal.
it is abysmal. The actress's delivery, everything. Bomb. Fucking incredible. One of the best moments in recent television history that I can remember that is like seared into my mind now.
Right, because he's literally there asking her, like, what can we do? And her first and only response to that is just simply bomb, like bomb the city.
Yeah, we
That's
lose.
Because what? It was 14 infected people were not accounted for?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Where she
was like, how many? Like, how many
Right.
people are out there? And he was like, 14. And I was like, as I was watching, I was just like, oh no, 14. And then she's just like, bomb it.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Bomb. And then to Christian's point here, the tendril kiss at the end, with Tess, I think they did such a good job of showing that she was turning already. Like she was trying to light the lighter. She was getting slower and slower and slower with that. I think you could argue because she's turning and she, is then becoming part of that network and doesn't want to kill all of them. But then too, the reason that one of the zombie or the infected approach her so slowly and invite her almost into the hive mind tenderly is because she is turning.
Right.
That is so fucking awesome. I cannot even begin to explain how much of a fan of that choice I am.
Yeah, and I think the people that are against it are very surface level people that aren't thinking about it deeper. They see it as just a romantic kiss. It is not that at all. It's not like a zombie was in love with her.
Has
It's
nothing to do with that.
That's fucking stupid, if you ask me.
They doubled down on it earlier in the episode too, where you and they do with we didn't even talk about the clickers, but where you can step on something and you trigger a horde a mile away.
Right.
Which is exactly what happens.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've seen people hung up on that kiss, and well, it's not even. That's the thing. Calling it a kiss is like a disservice to what actually is happening, because a kiss signifies that it's like a romantic intent type of deal.
It's her linking to the network, dude. It's her getting jacked into the Matrix, basically.
Right. So,
and yeah, everything. I mean, Christian put a lot in the chat here. I agree with everything he said. And Warm Bodies prequel, yeah. So, all right, continue.
Oh yeah, we transitioned. My bad. I was lost for a second. So Last of Us, I watched. I also watched Paul T. Goldman. We already talked about that a little bit, so I won't talk about that anymore. Movies. I watched 2 films this weekend that I didn't expect to watch, but I was in a mood where I really just wanted to watch some weird shit.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So I watched Videodrome, which is a Cronenberg movie.
Right.
And here's my takeaway.
Give it to me.
I've seen people give this movie a 5. Like some of our closest friends gave this movie a 5. I gave it like a 4 or a 4.5.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing, dude. Cronenberg is cool, and I love everything about his sci-fi.
Body horror stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not sold on, like, there's something that just doesn't work for me in terms of like the sexual
That's
sci-fi.
a big theme of his. Yeah. I mean, what was his most recent film? That
Crimes of the Future.
Crimes of the Future. Well, I love that shit. I know you're
you
not as big as a fan.
Well, that's why.
Yeah.
I'm not as big on it.
No, I know it's in every one of his. I mean, you were probably not like the movie Crash then.
Yeah.
Because that takes that element of it, it gets rid of everything else and it dials it up to like 52.
Well, what's that other movie? It's not Cronenberg, but where the girl falls in love with the car. That's very similar to Crash.
Oh, Titan.
Yeah, that's another film that I watched that I didn't dig as much. I don't know. There's just something that I'm not into the sex, the weird fetish shit. in horror. So Videodrome was weird, but I liked it. I liked. Have you seen Videodrome?
No, I have not seen Videodrome.
There is some really cool shit that they do with I don't even know what you would call it, but just giving, I guess, biological weapons, but not biological weapons as in like viruses and stuff. I mean like weapons that are made of like biological matter and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool shit like that in Videodrome, and I liked it a lot. And then I watched Bullet Train with Brad Pitt. This might be my favorite Brad Pitt movie. I like this movie so goddamn much.
More than Inglourious Bastards?
Dude, maybe.
Oh, no. Okay. All right.
I really liked Bullet Train a lot. I didn't say I like it's not my favorite movie over Inglourious Bastards, but
No, I understand.
in terms of performance of Brad Pitt, dude, he's awesome in
It's
Bullet
a good
Train.
flick, man. It's a lot of fun.
It honestly, dude, it got done dirty in my opinion. And I told people I watched this and they were like, "Oh, that movie sucked." That movie rules, dude. That movie is fun.
I'm pretty sure I give that movie 4 stars on Letterboxd.
Aaron Taylor Johnson in that film,
yeah,
is amazing.
Can I tell you why else I think we like that movie a lot?
Because it's in Japan.
Yeah, there's a lot of Japanese aesthetics to that movie that fucking rock, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Bad Bunny's in it. The Puerto Rican artist, he killed it.
Yeah.
He was good.
He's
man.
really fucking good in that movie, actually.
Yeah.
Like one of the best performances in that movie.
Yes.
Seriously.
I really liked it. And I said to you, I texted you, I said, dude, I would take this if this was like a franchise where Brad Pitt just does jobs in different countries and they make a movie out of it. Like, I'm in. Make it Knives Out, dude, where it's like different stories every time. I'm in.
Yeah. Dude, I'm with you. It was a lot of fun. It was something that I watched too, just on a whim. I think with my dad when I was in New York visiting at one point, and we fucking both loved it. I think that movie rocks.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it.
So,
all right, and then to wrap it up, video games. I'm playing one game right now. I'm kind of taking it easy. I'm playing Persona 5.
I love to hear that, dude.
Yeah, I'm playing Persona 5.
Does my heart good to hear that, brother.
They have added some stuff in Royale that I don't remember. At least I think they added it. Where you get these like these seeds in the dungeons. There's like 3 seeds that spawn in a dungeon. I don't know what they do yet, but I collected all 3. So
I'm pretty sure that is new.
Yeah, it's like a new objective to do while you're exploring. So that's kind of cool.
But the best part of that game is the additional character.
Yeah.
Kasumi.
I've met her once. Sumi.
You've only met her once?
Yeah. I'm still in what's his name's dungeon? The first guy.
Okay.
What's his name? Kamoshida?
Kamoshida, yeah. The volleyball coach.
Yeah, I'm still in his dungeon.
Oh wow. Okay, so you're still very early.
Yeah, but I've been playing for 6 hours. But it's very early for Persona.
6 hours? Come on now. Shit. I fucking played Persona 4 Golden for like 20 hours before I got to the first dungeon, bro.
I know. But yeah, I feel like it's taking me a lot longer to get through this dungeon. I'm doing it on my first day in the game.
Oh yeah, you gotta do that.
I'm trying to rush through it so I can spend the rest of my time.
Yeah, and you gotta do the dungeon in a day, dude.
It's long. Like I just got to the part where you have to collect the eyes to put in the statue to pull his jaw down. They make it so the swinging chain stop. But I feel like I'm almost there.
That one and the one with a character named Haru are like the longest dungeons in the game purposely because there's a skill jump after those dungeons, which might be why.
Was the grappling hook in the first iteration of Royal? Really? When you're exploring, you
to
can
navigate. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
Cool.
So, Josh, we talked about the stuff that we're watching and we're playing, but let's talk about some news stories now. Please, if you don't mind, roll our intro to the show.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, everybody. If you didn't know, Haptic Intel is sponsored by Dubby Energy.
Are you playing a song right now?
I am now.
No,
So
yeah,
listen,
you can't hear it.
What?
Can't hear it, dude. No song.
You can't hear this?
No. No songs.
Are you serious or are you memeing?
No, I'm dead serious. Yeah.
You don't hear any of my sounds.
No. Soundboard's letting you down, dude.
You should have told me this.
Well, I didn't know you. This is the first time I knew you were playing one.
I've been playing sounds all this whole time.
Oh god, yeah, we didn't hear any.
You hear that?
No.
Oh boy.
Now I can't even hear you at all. Oh wait, speak.
Hello?
Okay, yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, now we can hear it.
Okay, good. All right.
Let's try that again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, Hapticast is sponsored by Dubby Energy. And today we're going to do a little ad read for Dubby. So listen, Dubby was formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crashes. Their formula contains vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including the patented Eurofactor. There's no calories, there's no sugar, no artificial colors, no fillers, there's none of the bad stuff, but all the good stuff. Your current energy drink may cost anywhere from $2 to $3 per can. Ladies and gentlemen, Dubby costs $1 per drink. So if you find it hard to work or study, use code SLICK to save on Dubby. That's right. Code SLICK. You'll save 10% on your Dubby.gg order. That's on everything on their shop, including shaker cups, the actual Dubby powder, merchandise like hoodies and t-shirts and whatnot. So go on Dubby.gg, use code SLICK, save 10%, help us out. And while you're at it, hapticintel.com/merch. We got a bunch of merch up there where you could buy some Slick Boys shirts and other good things. So go do that.
All right.
Sorry about the cutoff there for this song.
That's all right, dude. All right.
Got to get a longer one. All right. So
Hit us with
upcoming
the
video
video
game
game.
releases.
Hit it.
What's coming out, dude? Do you want me to do this?
I can do it. Well, would
I'll
you
do it.
rather do the Slick Stories or the Abysmal Chronicle?
We're gonna do this.
Oh.
We're gonna go back and back. I'll do the video game releases. You're gonna start the Abysmal Chronicles. Then I'm gonna do the Abysmal Chronicles, and then you're gonna do Slick Story, and then I'm gonna do a Slick Story.
Okay.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, upcoming video game releases. This one's pretty cool. Hitman: World of Assassination is out today on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. That's today. And that's just an update. So if you own Hitman 3, it becomes World of Assassination. You get all of the previous entries in the Hitman franchise in one bundle.
Right. And the DLC releases for it too, quote unquote.
Yeah. So I'm going to update my game when we're done this and see. Because I actually just checked yesterday. I didn't know when it came out, but
today, brother.
There you go. This one's interesting. You put the DualSense, the PS5 DualSense Edge is out today.
Not a game, hardware, but
yeah, that's the new Elite controller for PlayStation 5.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
Are you getting this?
No.
Okay.
I thought about it, but number one, it's expensive.
That's
and
true.
two, I don't like the look of it. It has like a glossy black. I'm just not a fan
It's
of that.
see-through.
Oh, really?
I found out today it's see-through.
I kind of like that.
Nah, I don't. For $200, I ain't buying it, Chief.
Yeah. Well, I got
No
the
thanks.
PSVR 2 comes out next month, so that's what I'm saving up for right now.
My God, dude.
I got that shit pre-ordered.
You're insane.
They just pushed back Switchback, the game made by the Man of Madonna.
Oh yeah,
Dark Pictures people.
Yeah,
they just pushed that back to March. It was supposed to be a launch title. So
it's abysmal. Although I did see yesterday the launch slate for the PSVR 2. It's actually pretty big.
There's a lot of games.
Yeah, there's a lot of games. More than I thought. So,
and you know we're gonna get like an Astro something. Play something because they always release with new
Rescue
hardware.
Mission 2
game.
Let's hope so,
dude. If they give that for free as like a tech, I'm gonna skeet. All right, Dead Space remake comes out for PS5. Wait, is this on Xbox? I thought it was just a PS5 game.
No, it's on Xbox.
Oh, really? Dead Space remake, PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X. That's tomorrow, January 27th. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition comes out for Xbox Series S and X, Xbox One on January 31st. Power Wash Simulator Finally coming out for PS5, PS4, and Switch on January 31st. Also available on Game Pass right now. Power Wash Simulator Tomb Raider Special Pack DLC is releasing for PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Jesus. On January 31st. That's a cool crossover.
Yeah.
You'll be able to wash her mansion, right?
Yeah, you and her Jeep.
Right.
You sent me that a couple weeks ago.
That's right. SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake comes out on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on January 31st. And Deliver Us Mars releases for PC, Xbox Series S and X, PS5, Xbox One, and PS4 on February 2nd.
The reason I put that last one is there is because I think it's a sequel to Deliver Us the Moon.
Oh,
but
cool.
I don't know that at all. I'm just going by the title, and I could be completely wrong, and I probably am. So
That's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, Josh.
All right.
Abysmal Chronicles. This isn't the Abysmal Chronicles because, to be honest, from what I heard, wasn't enough from Xbox, in my opinion. But I'll let you tell me what happened.
A lot of people are giving Xbox credit for this, and I understand why. But so yesterday, January 25th, Xbox had their developer direct conference where they showed off games directly from the developers themselves and let just kind of the devs talk about them. So the games that were shown are Minecraft Legends, which is coming out, I think it's April 18th, but it's April. Forza Motorsport, which was just given a launch window of 2023. Redfall, which is launching in May. Finally, we got information about Redfall. Hi-Fi Rush, which is from Tango Gameworks, launched yesterday. Actually, that was a shadow drop. And then they talked about Elder Scrolls Online Necrom, which is an expansion, which is what they ended with, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's it.
I didn't watch
it. So, first of all, I do like the format. I agree with other people. I liked the format. It was like, it's 45 minutes long. You got about, a 10-minute glimpse, and you went to the studio and the developers talked about the game. It's kind of interesting. I think it might be even a little bit long in the tooth than what we need. I think Minecraft Legends looks cool, and I was originally down on Hi-Fi Rush, but I played it since, and it's actually great. Yes.
So Minecraft Legends is what? Is it like a Valheim? Is it like an RTS? No. What is it?
It's Valheim, but Minecraft mixed with RTS elements.
Okay, that's what I was kind of getting.
Yeah, it's Valheim with RTS elements in Minecraft.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's the best way to describe it.
But not in Minecraft, just in the style of Minecraft.
Right. Like in the style of like the other Minecraft games that are not Minecraft.
So it's like a solo, it's its own game.
Right. And it's co-op up to 4 players.
Okay. Minecraft Dungeons was pretty good.
Minecraft Dungeons was great. So we'll see. It looks interesting, although there's a lot of systems at work, and I don't know if my brain can handle that. So that's coming out on April 18th. I think that looks fine. Forza, I think, is actually maybe the biggest knock for the day because there was no release date for it. People seem to be really up Turn 10's ass about this, and a lot of people are finding it very peculiar that there was no release date given. So might be cause for concern there. I don't know. Redfall, the game from Arcane, which was announced 1.5 million years ago.
Yeah, how's this look, dude?
I'm mixed on it. I know a lot of people think it looks good, but I don't know if I agree, and I will tell you why. The Arcane has never been known for their gunplay. Truthfully, they always are more of a stealth studio, and I felt that way even from the little bit I played. What was the last game they did? I know this is Arcane Austin, but the last game they did was what was the one that was PlayStation exclusive for a little bit?
Oh, Deathloop.
They've never really gotten gunplay, and this game is almost exclusively gunplay with, fantastical abilities on top of it. And to me, it looks very heavy and slow. Now, it could have just been what they showed or those characters or those classes, but to me, it looked very heavy and slow. I don't know how interested I am in a co-op open world style game, which is how they described it.
Well, here's the thing, though. The benefit, though, with that is it's on Game Pass.
It's true.
So even if it's hot dog shit,
which I don't think it
pay.
will be, but...
Right. but we don't
We
have
can
to
try it.
pay.
Right.
You could try it, the whole game.
Yeah, we could try it. We could try it.
So
I think it looks fine. I mean, that's really that's all I could say is I think it looks fine.
right.
I don't.
I've seen both sides
Yeah.
online so far. So
I'm not down on it. I'm not up on it. I think our friend Steven is more up on it. So listen, I'll give it a try. I don't know. It's hard to say exactly from that.
our friend Steven was up on it and said he's like he wants to do more like Left 4 Dead type things with the fellas, and I'm like, yeah, but we could just play Left 4 Dead.
That's
That's
true. We could.
Left 4 Dead 2
This is
still
way more
works.
complicated than Left 4 Dead. I'll tell you that right now.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's open world. It's an open world game.
Oh,
So
it's
you
like
have
Left
to
4 Dead but open world.
yeah, you have to go and clear out districts. There's a story, but there's side
Vampires?
missions. Yes, there's side missions. You have to take districts back from the vampires. Things like that. Other open world esque like things.
Gotcha.
Then they showed Hi-Fi Rush, which was a shadow drop. This is really cool. Like I said, I didn't love how the game showed, but it plays great and it looks great when you actually play it. And the fact that it was a shadow drop from a major studio is really cool. And I think more people should do stuff like this.
And it's on Game Pass.
And it's on Game Pass.
That's the one benefit to everything that Xbox does.
Yeah. And then they ended with Elder Scrolls Online Necrom, which is arriving in June. I don't care about Elder Scrolls Online, but I think the coolest thing about this, right, is they keep trying to get more people in. And I've tried it. I thought you might have tried it in the past too.
We did. We tried.
I can't. There's too much to get into. It's just too much, and I'm not really interested, to be honest with you.
It's too much MMO, not enough Elder Scrolls from what
And-
I played.
Well, yes, but there is. See, that's the thing is there's so much. Apparently, there is like linear narrative type stuff too. But the cool thing that they did do now, this game has been out forever and it has like 50,000 DLCs with it. They made all the DLC free,
Wow.
available to everybody.
And what, the new one's free with Game Pass, or you have to pay, or what?
It's launching with Game Pass. Yeah.
So the whole game is just free now.
Yeah. So, I liked it. I think to me, the reason that I'm more down on it than up on it is because Redfall just didn't wow me like I think it really needed it to. And then I know it wasn't going to be here, but something stinks with Starfield.
Well, here's the
Something
deal.
stinks with Starfield.
We knew that this was going to be a Redfall heavy, program
true.
as the leaks indicated, and we also knew that Starfield was not going to be here. That's just the nature of it. Like, I don't want to say we got our hopes up if that's what we thought, but we might have gotten our hopes up a little bit if we thought anything from Starfield was going to be here.
No, but I don't know. I expected more, I guess.
There is a rumor that there's a March Bethesda showcase that is going to be happening, which is where we would see Starfield.
We'll see, but what's his name just said the next time, even though we were supposed to, I don't want to say it's Matt Booty, but I feel like it was Matt Booty, said that with the Starfield stuff before this, he's like, you'll hear more soon. And then after that, after the developer directly said, we'll see you again at Summer Games Fest. So what? You don't have anything until Summer Games Fest now? Right. I don't know if that was a calculation. I don't know if it was misspeaking. I don't know if it was, whatever, because they could come out next week and be like, hey, we have a Starfield Direct next week or something. I don't know. But just to me, there feels like weird stuff going on. And honestly, after all this 343 stuff, you don't
know who to believe or what to believe.
I don't care about the Xbox ecosystem right now. I just don't. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say.
It's tough. And we talked about it a little bit in our group chat, but it's very evident that they don't care about console sales or anything right now. They are really, really, really just trying to make Game Pass a great value. I don't know how long that can last.
Right.
Games
have to hit.
Yeah. And we need exclusives. Give us a reason to sign up for Xbox Game Pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're proud members. I mean, we're both probably subscribed for years at this point. But man, they just need to get those new guys on, those new people playing. They need to get those exclusives, and they need to hit hard with their big properties like Gears of War and Halo, which they haven't been doing. So,
Well, we should move on because there's other stuff that came out about Gear 6 today, but I don't want to get started with that. So,
okay, let's move on. The next story in the Abysmal Chronicles, Josh, you're gone. Josh is gone. You're gone. You're back. Hello. I'll go ahead. Yeah. So another story in the Abysmal Chronicles here. It's abysmal, and it's just proof that Nintendo is bad. We've known this for a very long time. We've known that they do this, but now we have proof. So this is a report from My Nintendo News, and the report is Fire Emblem Engage wrapped up production back in 2021. That is 2 years ago, my friends. So we finally have proof that Nintendo sits on finished games. Just a few days ago, Fire Emblem fans discovered that another Fire Emblem game might be in development. They discovered the internal code names for Fire Emblem Three Houses and Fire Emblem Engage were Iron 17 and Iron 19, respectively. This begs the question, where is the game codenamed Iron 18 that would have released in between? So that was the most recent Fire Emblem news. But after that, it has emerged.
all right, you're good.
Should I start over?
No, you're fine.
After all of this nonsense, it came out that Fire Emblem Engage actually wrapped up production in 2021, although it was finally released in January of 2023, this month. So this information has come from the Australian Classification Board and the USK in Germany. So Josh, this is not the first time we've heard about Nintendo sitting on finished video games. However, it's the first proof we've ever actually gotten of it.
Right.
They've been sitting on this game, apparently, since 2021. That is 2 years. This game has been done, ready to go, ready to ship, but not released.
Why would they do this?
So it's not the first time we've heard about this. Some of the examples I have here are remakes and remasters of Nintendo titles like Metroid Prime, the whole franchise. Several Legend of Zelda games have been rumored to be complete as well, ready to release. The belief is that Nintendo waits to release these games during slow periods where they don't have a lot of titles coming out. Or in the case of Metroid Prime, they might be waiting for Metroid Prime 4 to be a little closer to being ready, and they can then use the remasters as a form of marketing. So it's really abysmal. They have these games ready to go, finished, that they could release to the fans that are just clamoring for these things. And instead, they just sit and wait. And now that we know that there is a Fire Emblem codename Iron 18 that was supposed to come out before Engage, they've been sitting on that one for a while, if that's the case. Because that would have started production way before Engage even started, which finished in 21. So,
yeah.
I thought this was interesting. It's a look into Nintendo, a very weird company that just does things differently than everyone else, and maybe that's why they're successful.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet it works for them, doesn't it?
Right.
So.
And you know what? It's because their fans are patient.
That's true too.
Their fans are, and
I mean,
they're devoted.
And they consistently produce quality.
Right.
So.
But now we know that they produced the quality 2 years earlier than we thought. So.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's kind of crazy because their games never feel like outdated or old.
Yeah.
And I mean, waiting 2 years to release a game, a lot can change in the gaming world in 2 years. Just in terms of what the players want and how we experience games. So to wait 2 years, that's
Nintendo's
on top of whenever it started. Like that's
Nintendo's
crazy.
never really adhered to that though, in the same sense that
True.
like other Western studios do. I don't know.
That's true. You never feel like a Nintendo game was like made in a vacuum. You know what I mean?
Right.
Breath of the Wild is an interesting case where it was very much influenced by other games.
Right.
But all the games were kind of like that at the time. They were all like Far Cry and all these games. That's how games were.
But Zelda did it better.
It did. So. Absolutely. All right, that's all I got for you in the Abysmal Chronicles, Josh. Can you hit me with the Dead Space stuff and the Slick stories here? What's going on?
Yeah, so Dead Space launches tomorrow, and today reviews dropped for it.
Yeah.
And basically it's launched to super positive reviews. I think it has sitting at a 90 right now on Metacritic and 89 on Metacritic with 54 critic reviews.
That's great.
So I just wanted to give a roundup about some of these reviews, and that I'm excited to play it. So Daily Star gave it 100. They said it's atmospheric, scary, and an adrenaline-inducing space fun. VGC said Dead Space doesn't just place you in the role of classic Isaac, it forces you into his head too. Where's some of these other big ones? Where is IGN? Screen Rant, although they're not great. I'm not going to read the Screen Rant one. They gave it a 90.
Nice.
Game Informer gave it a 90. Says rather than reinvent the wheel, Motive made Dead Space look nicer, play better, and preserve the core of the experience.
You love to see it.
You do. Where is IGN's not even on here. Whatever. I know IGN gave it a 9 because I watched the review. Mr. Matty played it, and he's a huge Dead Space fan. I watched his review. He said it's better because they changed things that needed to be changed, made it more like Dead Space 2, and then modernized it. So
Nice. I love to hear that. This is something I was nervous about, but especially because they put reviews so close to the actual release date. It's so bizarre for a good game to do that.
yeah.
But
So I'm happy, and it seems like if you had concerns about purchasing the game, you probably shouldn't, because it's pretty
Right.
much universally, getting reviewed well. So
dope. Yeah,
comes
pick that
out
up.
tomorrow.
Sweet. All right. Nintendo news. I'm the Nintendo guy today. I got another story for you. Nintendo filed a new patent seemingly for use in Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let me preface. What you're about to read is translated from Japanese. So just wanted to preface that before you make yourself sound like a fool.
Konnichiwa, Josh Desu. Last June, it seemed that Nintendo had applied for a new patent that could be used in the latest installment in the Legend of Zelda series, Tears of the Kingdom. The patent filed this time has technical content of an image processing method that expresses objects with a sense of transparency with a low processing load. I'll give you a low processing load, brother.
So pin that. Well, we can come back to it. I'll let you finish, but that's the point that I want to talk about. Keep going.
You want to talk about low processing loads?
I want to talk about loads. Yeah.
Okay. One of the inventors listed in the patent is Mr. Akishi Miyagi, who worked as a subdirector with Mr. Tominaga on The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. So this patent is related to The Legend of Zelda. There is a possibility.
Is that the end of it?
Yes.
So I
Unfortunately, yes.
I gave you the warning. So what I want to talk about is this specifically. The patent filed this time has technical content of a quote unquote image processing method that expresses objects with a sense of transparency with low processing load. So
what that means.
Let me break that down in layman's terms. Video games are something called alpha effects. Alpha effects are transparent effects like fire, smoke, fog.
It's like a PNG.
Right. And it is presented in a way that's usually heavy on the load of the system because it takes a lot of processing power to interpolate that data. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the Switch is made out of fucking paper mache, and it's a Fisher-Tyke console. Okay.
Fisher Price.
Little
Tykes.
I always fucking combine those for some reason. So it can't handle a lot. It can't handle a lot of big loads.
That's going to be our new. We're going to make a new shirt that says Fisher-Tyke.
Fisher-Tyke.
Yeah.
It can't handle big loads.
Let me make a note of that.
Loads.
Okay.
So what this is doing is it's creating. They filed some sort of patent so that the Switch can handle bigger loads. Basically, is what I'm getting out of it, which means that maybe Zelda uses more of it. I don't know. It's really just anecdotal, but that's why it's on here, and I think it's cool.
So let's get real for a second. What you're saying is basically that The Legend of Zelda is going to make me have big loads.
No, The Legend of Zelda will be able to handle big loads.
My big loads.
You're right.
Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
All
right. Main topic, Elden Ring. What's going on, dude? Lance McDonald, Ronald McDonald. What is this, dude? What's going on? What is he saying from December? Now it's coming out now. What's going on?
All right, give me a second here. So
what's going on, dude?
Here's what's happened. So Lance McDonald has hinted at a huge Elden Ring expansion. Now, We know Lance McDonald as a reliable industry insider and video game leaker, especially with the Soulsborne community. Right.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Lance has a popular Twitter account as well as a Discord server where they facilitate a pretty vibrant community.
Yeah.
Okay. So, according to a leaked Discord conversation, this was posted on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit yesterday. Lance McDonald stated that a huge Elden Ring expansion will arrive soon.
Nice.
Right. So, this was posted all the way back on December 14th. Now, Brett, if you remember that date, that's about a week after the PvP DLC dropped for Elden Ring. The arena opened
Yeah.
for Elden Ring, correct?
Yeah.
Which is why I'm putting it in here because originally, sorry, I saw your note about Fisher Tyke on our document. Originally, I had read this and I was like, oh, this was about the arena DLC. Wrong. I'm incorrect. I'm glad I went in the comments section, which I normally don't. But anyway, this is just coming to our attention now. So the conversation is as follows from the leaked Discord stuff. Lance, there's a huge DLC coming. Another user says, as in a proper area? Question mark. Lance says, I know a lot about what it's adding, but I don't know about any new gameplay mechanics. But yeah, really big.
So we're getting a really big expansion.
He was answering really big in relation to a proper area, as in we're going to get a new, DLC addition to the game. Is how
I'm gonna have a big expansion if this is true.
Yeah, well, it is true, and then we know it's coming. We've kind of known this is coming for a long time. But my bigger question to you is though, because I think we can pretty much confirm this. I mean, Lance knows what he's talking about. I mean, reliable over and 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 over again, going back to like, I don't know, the beginning of time. Okay. If we got a DLC, would you think it'd be an entirely new area, or would it be something that they open up on the map?
That's a good question. There's a lot of areas on the map in Elden Ring that are inaccessible and things that you want to go to, but then you can't actually go there. So that is a possibility that they're just going to open up an area that's already there, much like the Colosseum. But I would imagine this is a brand new area that you get taken to via a transportation method, kind of like the Painted World in the Dark Souls franchise. I imagine it would be something like that. I don't know how or what though.
Could I read you what I think? I don't think this is true, and I don't know, and this is just a speculation, but what it could be. And I like this idea for DLC.
Did you come up with this, or did they? Is this
No.
theory?
I found this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
Um,
can read it.
it's not a theory. I think it's what something. Well, it makes sense with the lore. So let me read it, and then let me know.
Okay.
This says Elden Ring's DLC could take players back in time to the distant past of the lands between. Time travel already exists in some form within the game, which players experience to access the Elden Ring's secret Dragon Lord Placidus boss fight.
Yeah.
Okay. It isn't clear. Sorry, I read that slow because the text was hard to read, the color. It isn't clear how this magic works or how far back in time a player is taken, making it an easy device for transporting players to the same area seen from a drastically different perspective. More evidence for this possibility comes from FromSoftware's history of implementing time travel elements in their previous expansions, such as in Dark Souls Artorias of the Abyss DLC and, more confusingly, the Dark Souls 3 Ringed City DLC, both of which are awesome. The Ring City DLC in Dark Souls 3 is fucking incredible, in my opinion. What do you think about this? Out of all the rumors, speculation, thoughts, fan theories I saw, this is the one that gets me the most excited.
That's the most like From Software answer to this question
Yeah.
of what will the DLC be.
And let me tell you again, I don't know, I'm speculating, but let me tell you why this makes even more sense. What is people's biggest kind of boast for Elden Ring? What does it do that other games don't really well?
They let you explore.
Right, in the open world. Right. And one of the best parts about Elden Ring was the sense of discovery. Right.
Yeah.
What better way to recapture that sense of discovery than replacing what you already know with something completely different?
So basically just redoing the map and
Right.
making it look different. Yeah.
Taking you to a different time. And it's kind of familiar, but not really.
Right. And they've done this before in one of the Souls games, maybe Demon Souls or Dark Souls. I don't remember. Remastered. Dark Souls Remastered, I think it was. They implemented a mode where it was opposite, I think. Like everything in the map was flipped.
Yeah,
So
I don't
that way
remember which one, but you're right. Yeah.
yeah, you experience it in a different way. And then even when they remastered Dark Souls or when they remade Demon Souls, they changed certain things. So you're basically experiencing it again, but it's similar. They could do something like that, but it's not going to be as similar to the base experience. They got to really, if they're going to use that same world, the same map, they really got to change it.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
how.
I think they will. Or it might even be a part of the, I mean, because it's such a big map. I mean, who knows? But it could be interesting.
Josh, would love if instead of going in the past, we go to the future. And I don't even know what that know what that means. I'm just saying
it's going to depend on your ending. No.
Yes. I guess you're right. But they would base it on one ending, I would imagine.
Yeah,
or actually no. The DLC would take place before you beat the game, so then it doesn't matter.
Right. It would be interesting though for if they figured out a way to either pick although it might piss people off if they pick a canon ending, but figure out a way to read your save that populates the world differently. This is definitely way too much probably for DLC. But to me, my favorite ending was the Frenzy Flamed ending because it's just
chaos.
Fucking utter chaos. And it would be so cool, like, to skip 25 years in the future where you are Lord of the Frenzy Flamed and just see how abysmal the fucking world has gone.
Right.
Shit like that would be cool. So
yeah, that would be cool. It would also be cool if they made it a completely separate experience where maybe you don't even play as the character that you played the first time.
Yeah.
Maybe you play as an actual, instead of a created character, they give you a character and you play through their story.
Play as Melina, dude. Now
Maybe
she loses her arm. I don't know.
Maybe it's in the past and it's literally all of the bosses before they were transformed. I don't know.
That would be slick.
Yeah. Before the one guy turned into a woman and then had kids, and then I don't even know. It's so fucking complex. There's a man and a woman, but it's the same person, and they were a man. Dude, they're giving birth and they have 3 kids, and one of them is a snake. And
yeah,
dude.
I don't know. I do have a significant hankering though to play a Souls game, and I mean, I don't know. Elden Ring is as good a choice as any. So if we got DLC soon, that'd be great. So
yeah,
it'd be great. I always get it's like well, that too. It's like candy sometimes, though, dude. Sometimes it just it has a way of just fucking getting into your brain and just twitching at it, and every once in a while you got to scratch the itch,
Right.
So
yeah.
Okay, that's our show.
Okay, Josh, there was a game I forgot to tell you I played.
What?
I streamed via PS3 cloud streaming on the PS5.
God. How was that?
I played a little bit of Suda51's Black Knight Sword, which was actually it's a side-scrolling platformer that they released after Shadows of the Damned, and it actually takes a little bit from Shadows of the, not story-wise, but some gameplay elements from Shadows of the Damned and incorporates it. And I saw it was on there on the PS5 catalog, so I was like, fuck it, I'll try it. Because Sean, our buddy Sean, has played it and has always told me it's good. And I tried it back in the day, but I didn't buy it. Just played a demo, and it's pretty good. It's presented in a really unique way that you would really like, where it's like a play with paper cutouts, and like you literally see on the screen the curtains, and every time like you go to a new location or even walk to the next screen, like the curtains close and open up.
That's slick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's just a Suda51 game, so I recommend.
So it's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. So
well, yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, that's our show. What do you got to say?
Yeah, that's our show. Thank you for bearing with us with the technical hiccups here and there. Shit happens. Make sure you call the number at the top of your screen for audio listeners. Again, that's 904-878-2858. And then other than that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and follow us on social media, because that's where we'll drop, and maybe we'll do it on the community tab too for YouTube, but we'll drop what our plans are for episode 100 and when that is going to be, because you do not want to miss it. So
true. All right,
that's all we have.
Episode 99.
Right.
See you next time.
Until we meet again.